Welcome to the Art of Home. We're lucky enough today to be joined by Peter Eskuche, an influential Twin Cities architect who will walk us through the many opportunities and strategies for remodeling and beyond. Welcome, Peter. Thanks so much for being with us. All coming up on the Art of Home. Hi, I'm Heidi Nessa, and this is the Art of Home. Each week we take you on a private tour of some of the Twin Cities' most distinctive homes and hear from the creative and talented people behind the design. From lofts to lake living, from ultra-contemporary to timeless traditionals, this is the Art of Home. Today we'll be touring a magnificent remodeling project in Minnetonka, which was designed by Eskuche Associates. For his thoughts on handling the challenges of remodeling, we spoke with architect Peter Eskuche. Peter Eskuche and his dramatic yet timeless style of architecture has made its mark on the Twin Cities and beyond. With projects ranging from estates to cabins, and from the dramatic to classic, it's our pleasure to get his insight on remodels and the unique opportunities that present when working through an architect's perspective.
So my philosophy on remodeling is to really try to get to the core of the problem of the house and why are you remodeling to begin with. A lot of times remodeling, a builder might think, well, it's easy to add on here, so why don't we just put a screen porch on here? Let's put a living room over here onto the house because that's really the easiest thing to do. When a lot of times you look at the kitchen, the family room space, and there's a fireplace in between them, or there's a wall in between them. So it's really important, I think, in our philosophy of remodeling is to just really nail the core problem of the house and find a solution that really fixes it.
Many quality details and exceptional design elements come from working directly with an architect early on in the remodel process.
When you're considering a remodel, it's very important to get all of your ideas out to the architect. What we do is we have a wish list that's 15 pages long. We actually ask for a home profile. So we ask the homeowner to kind of lay down in words the story of the family, and we actually look at pictures of the kids and kind of get a sense of the family and the story behind it, and really the wish list comes down to all of the different areas of the house, what works, what doesn't work.
The reasons why we went ahead with this remodel is, first of all, we really wanted to stay in the neighborhood. We were excited about raising our twins here, and at the time they were probably about 4. We did the house in phases, but the main part of it was done with an architect, and that was really important to my husband and me. We wanted to make sure that we moved forward and had things done by code and done the right way, and since we had a vision, we needed it done on paper.
Well, so Peter, we're in this beautiful remodel that you've done, and let's start. We're going to take a full home tour eventually, but tell us about the outside and what you did there to make such a change.
Sure. The outside of the house started off as a 70s white contemporary. Very cold. Really, the client did not like the exterior. She loved the neighborhood, and so immediately the first thing to do was to warm it up and make it more of a craftsman style home. So we started with color, gave it overhangs, and changed. We kept the roof lines the same, but changed pretty much the rest of the exterior. So moving into the backyard, we started with opening up the house. The important thing these days for people is to really open up the doors, maybe bigger doors. In this case, they're biparting sliding doors that welcome the exterior. We also reworked some of the landscaping. We have big boulder walls that opened up and enlarged some of the yard. We added an outside fireplace. There's some things that we did to really welcome the outside into the house.
Thank you, Peter. And when we return, we'll take a tour of this wonderful home and see all of the amazing ideas that gave this homeowner everything she wanted. You're watching The Art of Home. All Inc. is the Midwest's largest appliance and cabinet destination with every major brand and appliance to choose from. All Incorporated provides endless opportunities. All Incorporated's 18,000 square foot showroom with nearly 40 full kitchen vignettes and 7 live kitchens is just 9 minutes from the Mall of America. Family owned for 65 years means hands-on customer satisfaction. All Inc., the appliance and cabinet destination.
Hi, Shannon Skrella here with Hirschfield's Window Fashion. Did you know that 50% of your home's heating and cooling energy may be lost through your windows? Installing energy-efficient shades like the Hunter Douglas Duet Architella will provide increased protection against heat loss during the winter and will keep your home cooler in the summer. Hunter Douglas Duet Architella's innovative honeycomb within a honeycomb construction traps air, insulating rooms against extreme temperatures. It also allows natural light to be drawn deeper into your room to reduce energy costs for other types of lighting. Hunter Douglas Duet Architellas are available in hundreds of styles and colors, light filtering or room darkening, with multiple lift options. Adding motorization to your Hunter Douglas window treatments also eliminates the need of cords, creating a safer home for children and pets. To learn more about Hunter Douglas products, see a Hirschfield's Window Fashions designer in store. Or you can always shop at home. We'll bring the showroom to you.
Performance Pool and Spa. Expert service and excellence in distinctive design. Pools, landscaping, outdoor living, hot tubs, and swim spas.
Minnesota's #1 pool and spa dealer with locations throughout the metro.
Welcome back to the Art of Home. Let's begin our tour of this fantastic remodel. Architect Peter Eskuche starts us off in the kitchen.
Now this area is the most dramatic change of the whole remodel. It's really the kitchen, the core of the whole space. As you can see from some of the other pictures, the old pictures, it was many spaces. There was a porch, a dining space, the kitchen, and there was a big wall that divided that from the family room. So a previous attempt at remodeling, a builder had told them they couldn't move the wall. And of course, at some expense, you can always move a wall if needed. And so we knocked down all the walls, we leveled up all the floors, and it really opened up the space so it flowed better. But we also played with the materials. The countertop is the Japrana Suprema. In the sink area, there's a little bit more of an industrial faucet. We did our best to hide outlets, and as you can see, there's what they call plug mold tucked underneath the upper cabinets. So whenever you have an opportunity to show off the aesthetic and hide the functionality, we try to do that if possible. So the backsplash, we ended up getting the countertop and the backsplash, as well as the fireplace material, the hearth material, as well as the mantle material, all from one source, and it's all Jerusalem gold. And so what they did is they tiled the backsplash and grouted it, but used the same material on the counter, and then as well on the fireplace. And we used steel supports to hold up the floating hearth and the floating mantle. And that allowed us to put some lighting in it and get some neat lighting, some dramatic evening lighting into that area.
This space is dramatic and beautiful. But how does our homeowner feel about this new living area?
We really wanted to make it a family home. I grew up in a house that was remodeled, so it's kind of in my blood. And what made it really exciting was to go through the process and see how we were going to make the changes so the girls would want to be here with their friends and that we would want to entertain here. We wanted the party house, and we really accomplished that. And it's just been a great experience the way the house flows and that we feel like we use all of it. It's a big house, but it lives really comfortable.
Peter, tell us about the changes that were made to this living area.
We devised a way of just putting real tall windows across the south wall with the fireplace on the wall, and at the same time brought a lot of light in via tall windows. And so above this room, it's raised up a foot, which gave a little light cove detail, some light, some more dramatic light. It also raised the ceilings a little bit, and yet at the same time, there's a loft above, so the kids have a little space that they can do homework, and you can kind of monitor what the kids are doing with their homework while enjoying a lot more of a nicely lit space. Yeah, off of the family room is the dining area. The dining area really was a bedroom formerly, a very small bedroom, and so we decided to just open it up, take another wall down, and make that the dining room. And so the dining room has a corner window It's really, it opens up to the backyard. You can see the new landscaping that they had done, and it really makes that an open, nice space, bringing the outside in. So moving down the hall towards the entryway of the house, when you walk in, on the right is the more formal room for the parents to get away when, say, all the kids are over, they have their friends over, and there's lots of commotion in the kitchen. This is a space that they can get away in, watch a movie. Right next to it is the media area, the media room, where they can do their own homework, they can sing songs, watch YouTube. But it's really an away space. There's vaulted ceilings in here, some dramatic lighting, and it's the most remote space in the house. It's a quiet respite from the rest of the action.
I love to cook, and this is a great kitchen to cook in, and so I can talk back and forth with them, or they can come right from there into here, or I can walk in there while things are cooking, and they can be working on things. We have the computer set up. The girls they just love that room, and they take their friends in there all the time, and they'll sit in there and they sing, and it has doors that close. So they can crank up the music if they want to and sing and do all that kind of thing. And so it's a family home.
The hallway leads to the new construction, with the garage on the lower level and the new master suite on the upper level.
When they were discussing how big to make their suite, that kind of went along with how long the garage and the shop below went. And so they decided on about a 3-car garage plus a shop, and the master suite then becomes the space above it. So there's a nice new bedroom. It has a fireplace. It has windows with automatic blinds that open and close every day. It has a nice big open view into the bathroom, which looks west. It has a big picture window. So you're looking outside into nature. You really get a good sense of the view. If you want, however, you can close 2 pocket doors. That keeps it separate from the bedroom. And then an exercise room adjacent to that. There's along the end of the house, then there's a really big walk-in closet for all their clothes.
Peter, I noticed an extra door in the closet that leads out of the bedroom. Explain.
One thing that we do if the husband and wife have very different schedules is we'll have a door in the other end of the closet. So if he's, say, the first one up, he doesn't have to go through the bedroom and wake up the wife on the way out. So in this case, we did the same thing. It's kind of an escape door, we call it.
Thanks, Peter. When we return, we'll tour the upper level of this spectacular remodel.
People are looking for the open, airy, open concept, kind of the floor plan that helps draw and bring people together, with the kitchen being kind of the focal point of the house. This house has a main floor master, which also is very popular right now. People like that. It's accessible, not having to deal with stairs, and also some people like the privacy from children.
Phantom screens. Seeing is believing. Phantom screens, leading the retractable screen revolution with innovative solutions for virtually every screening need. For architects, builders, designers, and discerning homeowners, Phantom Screen's complete product line preserves the distinct character of a home's design without compromise.
Most paints have color that sits on the surface, but nothing beats Benjamin Moore's Color Lock technology that locks color right in, no matter how often you wash it. Color Lock technology, exclusively from your Benjamin Moore retailer.
My kitchen was ugly. It was ugly. I went to my neighbor's house one day and she had these gorgeous granite countertops. She told me that she had done it with Granite Transformations. They came in and fit the countertops right over my old countertops. These are scratch resistant and stain resistant and heat resistant. When I walked into my kitchen for the first time, it was just like, wow, these are gorgeous.
Save up to $700 on granite and cabinet refacing now through Wednesday.
All Inc. is the Midwest's largest appliance and cabinet destination with every major brand and appliance to choose from. All Incorporated provides endless opportunities.
All Incorporated's 18,000 square foot showroom with nearly 40 full kitchen vignettes and 7 live kitchens is just 9 minutes from the Mall of America. Family owned for 65 years means hands-on customer satisfaction. All Inc., the appliance and cabinet destination.
Welcome back to the Art of Home. Let's continue our tour to the upper levels of this Twin Cities contemporary remodel with our guide, architect Peter Eskuche.
So as you get to the top of the stairs is the loft area, and it's kind of neat because the space downstairs gained a foot, so it's a 9-foot ceiling. At the same time, the kids feel like they have a special space. They go up 2 steps. They have a beanbag and some areas for toys and the Wii, and this is kind of like their gaming area. It's kind of a nice connection to the main part of the house. So on the second floor, if you go down the hallways, there's 1 additional bedroom. So there's 3 bedrooms total now up here. One of the things we did was take the windows out that face neighbors' houses because there's no neighbor to the west, and there never will be. So all the windows in these bedrooms face west. So they have great light. Yet at the same time they have great privacy, and they have good bed walls. So one of the things to think about when you're remodeling is to make sure you have a nice wall to put the bed and the nightstand on. And as you can see, all 3 of these rooms may not be real large, but they have nice bed walls and the furniture fits nicely.
As we head downstairs, we see built-in niches used to collect those things which need to be brought up or downstairs. Peter, once upon a time, this area was a garage. How did you make the transformation?
Down in this space, the ceilings were only about 6 feet tall, and so what we did was dig out the floor 8 inches and then put all the waterproofing that you have to do, of course, and then fill it in, put carpet on the flooring, put some nice track lighting in here, put some nice cove lighting in here, and give the space some real identification, something to feel like you're really in a fun space where you can play games, watch TV, and just kind of hang out. When this was a garage and it just had a back storage room and a half bath, we've now converted that over so that becomes in-law suite. So this whole next generation thing in housing can really be accommodated here. They have their own outside door. They have a little kitchenette when they walk in. This room can still be their hangout room. They have a little table and chairs for dining in. They can watch TV. And then they converted the half bath into a full bath. So there's a shower and a nice cabinet and everything you need to basically live here.
The way that we really use this house and gather and have parties in different areas in this house that has just worked very well is that it's nice when you get together with families and you really, everybody's bringing their kids and you want to be with the kids, but it's nice that everybody can kind of separate. And we have the sitting area over here is been just the core of everybody sitting down. We play games there a lot, and we sit and we have drinks and we toast, and it's just a great space. And then to go outside, when we remodeled, there was a huge chimney that went straight up the middle of the house, and we took the fireplace out and put it outside, and it's just huge for an outdoor one, and we use that all the time.
When we return, we'll ask our homeowner, realtor, and architect what others need to know when tackling a remodeling project.
I'm Randall Mcdaniel. As a former Minnesota Viking and a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, I know how important it is to fuel up to be successful on and off the field. Now, I work with third graders, and I see firsthand the positive impact exercise and good nutrition has on my students. As a partner with the Taste of the NFL and the NFL's Play 60 program, I'm proud to do my part to make sure kids get the nutrition they need. Please help us kick hunger in America and encourage an active lifestyle by supporting the Taste of the NFL and the NFL's Play 60 program.
All Inc. is the Midwest's largest appliance and cabinet destination with every major brand and appliance to choose from. All Incorporated provides endless opportunities. All Incorporated's 18,000 square foot showroom with nearly 40 full kitchen vignettes and 7 live kitchens is just 9 minutes from the Mall of America. Family owned for 65 years means hands-on customer satisfaction. All Inc., the appliance and cabinet destination.
Phantom Screens. Seeing is believing. Phantom Screens, leading the retractable screen revolution with innovative solutions for virtually every screening need. For architects, builders, designers, and discerning homeowners, Phantom Screens' complete product line preserves the distinct character of a home's design without compromise.
Performance Pool and Spa. Expert service and excellence in distinctive design. Pools, landscaping, outdoor living, hot tubs, and swim spas.
Minnesota's #1 pool and spa dealer with locations throughout the metro.
Most paints have color that sits on the surface, but nothing beats Benjamin Moore's Color Lock technology that locks color right in, no matter how often you wash it. Color Lock technology, exclusively from your Benjamin Moore retailer.
My kitchen was ugly. It was ugly. I went to my neighbor's house one day and she had these gorgeous granite countertops. She told me that she had done it with Granite Transformations. They came in and fit the countertops right over my old countertops. These are scratch resistant and stain resistant and heat resistant. When I walked into my kitchen for the first time, it was just like, wow, these are gorgeous.
Save up to $700 on granite and cabinet refacing now through Wednesday.
Here to share his expert opinions on remodeling is Peter Eskuche.
Peter, thanks so much for that tour. Everything turned out beautifully.
Thank you.
Now, as far as people considering remodels, what are some of the mistakes you've seen, some of the tips you may give people as they're considering making some changes in their own home?
Sure. Some of the biggest problems we see when we're asked to come see a property is they've already added on to the house, but it's really not in the core space that they needed. The real core of the house is where you really spend all your time. So remodel that space. You know, sometimes you just have the same net space when you're done, which helps for the tax base, but it really works well. So I think that's probably the biggest thing that we see.
What was the biggest change that you were able to bring, or the concept you were able to bring to this particular remodel?
Probably the curb appeal. It started off as a white box, basically, and ended up being a warm, when you drive by, it just feels like a warm craftsman-style house. So,
Well, and speaking to the neighborhood, it fits really beautifully.
thank you. Yeah, it's a very nice wooded area, and the craftsman style lends itself to kind of the woods, and it blends very nicely.
So tell us some of the other exciting things you've been doing to homes.
I think curb appeal is probably one of the things if you're trying to sell a home. Really, that's the easiest way, because you can get people to go in the house and see it once it has curb appeal. So I think that, for the outside facades are probably the most common thing right now, and we'll be hired to do anything from a $50,000 to $150,000 exterior makeover. So those exterior makeovers are pretty popular right now.
And to Kristen, our homeowner, what was the one thing that you learned throughout this process?
I'm the color girl. I always want to put color everywhere, and it was a big restraint for me to learn how to, with working with my architect, to know that you can do that in your selections for your finishes rather than throwing it all over the walls.
One of the trends right now in real estate is the option to have multi-generational living. This house has multi-generational living space, and that's a trend that we're seeing as well with the national builders and their revised floor plans. There's a huge proportion of buyers that come into contact with the house that they buy through the internet first. And that's why it's so important to have great photography that really highlights the features of your home. This house, for example, has great curb appeal, an open floor plan, and the fit and finish are premium.
Peter, you also do new construction as a large part of your business, but how much of those philosophies transfer and factor into a remodel?
A lot, well, especially value. In new construction, you're starting from scratch, and you have to invest every penny in every building material and all the labor. And when you go back to remodeling, there's a formula you have to figure out. At some point, you've spent more than that neighborhood can support. So you just have to really be careful. You use all of the dollar amounts that you use in new construction, and in remodeling it can be more expensive actually. So what we do is try to be very careful with remodeling that you don't overspend for the neighborhood. And certainly people can do that if they wish, if they're not going to resell the house for years to come and they're going to enjoy it. But I think that the main thing is to just know that the value will come back out of it. And in new construction, the same goes. New lots, especially when you're trying to get financing, they're doing comps when they get the bank loan, and they need to be able to have the appraisal work out. So the same thing happens in new construction, just on probably a little bit bigger scale.
Are there design elements from the new construction paper, your floor plans, that translate to things that you'd always look to do in a remodel?
Absolutely, sure. So the main core of the new construction design on a lot of our houses is this kitchen, family room, dining space. And sometimes we don't even do formal dining rooms anymore. So when you get this magical kitchen, family room, dining space where it's this little triangle where they just are related and they're open to each other, you look at old houses and they just don't have that. There's walls and doorways and things splitting that up. If you look at an old house very quickly, you can determine if that core is going to work. Sometimes it means you got to move a fireplace, and that's just what you have to do. So when we take that new construction idea that works so well, and you just come back to remodeling, and as long as you get back to work in the remodel, then you have a great project.
To remodel or to move, we hope this gave you some inspiration, insight, and ideas. Special thanks to Peter Eskuche and the homeowner Kristen for sharing their perspective on this particular remodel. Be sure to check us out online for other episodes and join us next week for another edition of The Art of Home.